Hey, what's up, everyone? I wanted to talk a little bit more about what they're calling the new Tornado Alley, Tennessee. They're saying Dixie Alley, the South. Tornado Alley, severe weather outbreak forecasted to hit us, and I'm going to be hoping and praying. I'm going to be focusing my energy that this system, actually all three systems, there are three major weather systems heading toward our area, and there are multiple other systems in the middle, happening in the middle. They said the South is now being identified as the new tornado alley. Forecasters expecting spring storms to spawn tornado outbreaks across Tennessee today, Wednesday. According to the CBS report, more humid conditions in the South are creating favorable conditions for tornadoes overnight, even during the overnight hours. They said nighttime tornadoes are more common in the Mid South now because they said it's not dry like it is in the plains. They said being adjacent to the Gulf of Mexico, the extra humidity maintains more energetic and unstable atmospheres throughout much later in the night. They say, but they're trying to say, like when we had that EF4 tornado last March, on March 4th in Nashville, Germantown got hit extremely badly, and I reported that on my channel. Experts now, so called experts, are trying to talk about the severe energy storms, the high energy storms, severe high energy. This guy here, Jeff Baradelli, he said, or Baradelli, weather professional guy, he says experts are saying that these high energy storms usually lift to the northeast, but Wednesday's event will be locked in place by an atmospheric block, and they'll continue to move eastward and continue to pummel and barrel over Tennessee. He said, "What concerns me the most here is that the bowling ball never lifts. It can't it can't lift because of blocking to its north. So dynamics spread over a much larger area with unstable air. Sadly, when that happens and there's a system in place like that, tornadoes that get on the ground stay on the ground for a large stretch. But the system that has brought rain showers and even snow to California today will push east over the next couple of days and lead to potentially severe weather over Wednesday and Thursday across Dixie Alley or Tennessee. Scientists are scientists. Yeah, they're conducting research on the cause of the shift. Guess what they're going to blame it on? Climate change. You know what I call it? Weather mod. Past 4 years, we didn't have continuous severe weather like this. What did we have? Tennessee had two snowstorms in a row, mixed with an ice storm right after a rainstorm, flooding, and other situations, all within January, February, now heading into March, and this is happening. The same thing happened during two administrations ago, the one from 2009 to 2016. It's not a coincidence. It's weather mod. It's GeoEng. They said they're trying to blame it on climate change. But they said Tennessee, sadly, is prone to this now. But that's the problem. This storm system's going to come through and it's going to sit on top of the state. They said as the storms approach, you need to have some sort of a way to monitor the situation. Try try to stay in a safe place, a hall, low-level buildings, whatever you can find. This is going to be a rough system. The thing that I don't like, the thing that I dislike most that I'm seeing in this system. I mean, we're under a code red, but the thing that I dislike most with this system that I'm seeing is the fact that we are seeing the bowing in the system as it's pushing up. That warm moist air from the south, but then you've got this what he called the bowling ball effect. You've got this huge system pushing down from the north, keeping this in place, unable to move. But Arkansas and Tennessee storms, they've issued a warning already. Tornadoes, and hail to hit the south. Please be prepared. How do you be prepared? I don't know. How to be prepared when people have to go to work, have to go to school, they have to carry out their daily basic tasks, they have to carry on about their daily business. You have to do what you have to do, your jobs, your work, your schooling, your whatever the heck life brings. You have to carry it on, but please try to stay aware. Severe storms are expected to hit Arkansas and Tennessee on Wednesday, with the possibility of tornadoes and torrential rain and power outages. They said they expect trees to come down and power outages, electrical grids to fail. Right now, the situation is looking as though torrential rain and winds are possible. Possible tornadoes are expected. Arkansas and Tennessee on Wednesday are expected to get this. Forecasters have warned to be prepared. Forecasters have actually stated there's a 100% chance of thunderstorms on Wednesday, with 2 to 3 inches of rain across Middle Tennessee alone. Now, there's usually not a 100% chance for thunderstorms. This time there is. And another thing is there's lightning out ahead of the system where there is no rain. There's no in some cases no clouds. But they said flash flooding, straight line winds, and thunderstorms are threatening the entire state. The National Weather Service warned of potential tornadoes from this as well. They said that the Nashville Weather Service retweeted an image warning residents to stay in a safe room. Get to a safe room, initially posted by the Birmingham, Alabama Association. Northwestern Birmingham News Weather Association said this doesn't just pertain to Alabama. They said Middle Tennessee needs to start thinking about these things too. Severe weather will threaten most of the mid-state Wednesday. Tornadoes, damaging straight-line winds, hail, and flash flooding are all possible, so please be prepared if you live in the area. This was the preliminary report. It's actually been increased from that, sadly, but hopefully it decreases. I'm hoping and praying that it decreases. Now, as far as the areas, we live in northern Middle Tennessee, and like the Highland Rim area, I guess you'd say, northeastern Sumner County area. So the storms, they look like they might be in the green for the elevated risk, but not super high. And I'm hoping and praying that it stays that way, and I'm hoping it changes for others as well, that it lowers. But meteorologists said March and April are usually significant around here. Tennesseans should be prepared, and said you need to have 2 ways to receive a warning, whether it's your TV, phones, tablets, or weather radio, which we don't have a weather radio, but the meteorologist also suggested having some form of alarm that can wake you up, some weather apps or radios, and have a loud weather alert, basically. Let you know when there's danger, because it will get bad throughout the night. Never rely on outdoor sirens, because they said it's pretty bad. Severe weather is expected anytime at some point tomorrow evening. The big thing is harping on the fact that the bulk of this is going to happen at night. The bulk of this system is expected to take place at night. This doesn't just pertain to Alabama. This is what they tweeted out. Have supplies ready. Stay awake until the storm's passed. They said they cannot urge you enough, suggesting to stay awake until the storms have passed. A moderate risk of severe weather is also in place for Wednesday, March 17th. Large hail, damaging winds, and tornadoes will be possible, so definitely check out throughout the day. They actually put out that you need to have a supply kit. The Weather Association told Tennesseans to have non-perishable food and water, battery-powered weather radio, flashlights and batteries, first aid kits, pair of shoes, lots of emergency contacts, a whistle to signal for help, and helmets. Because they said there's hail, flooding, damaging storms, straight-line winds, and tornadoes possible with this system. So, yeah, we don't have all of those. We do have a light, and phone, and portable chargers, so But in our area, we're lucky to get signal if the internet goes out. So stay safe, everyone, as safe as you possibly can. I'll bring you updates as severe weather marches across the South again. Signing out.